Today we're talking about 10 side hustles for crafty creators. Whether you're simply creating art and crafts for pleasure and post them on your YouTube channel, or you actively engage your art form as a business, here are 10 side hustles that may benefit you. What is a side hustle? It's just a secondary pursuit or a financial gain or income separate from your main career, but not quite a traditional part-time job. I look at my side hustles as gigs that can momentarily pad my passion for creating content and crafts. Many of my gigs are handmade, bespoke creations, but thanks to technology and the new age of becoming a social influencer, one can also create multiple streams of passive income opportunities. Why do you need a side hustle? You don't if you're happy being a hobbyist without a need for recognition or return of investment. If, however, you would like to have a financial benefit from honing the knowledge and skills of your art, then perhaps some additional income streams may work for your needs. It's also interesting to note that many artists will discover several of these suggestions may be a natural layer to what you're already doing in the course of pursuing your passion. You've simply just not put it to work for you yet. So, number 1, blogging. Anyone with an internet connection can post blogs about a variety of topics. A blog post might be akin to a personal diary entry, but it can also be a chronological sequence of recipes, product reviews, music, movie releases, craft tutorials, etc. Number 2, teaching. This one is dearest to my heart because it was an opportunity that I never anticipated that I'd be comfortable doing or capable of booking, but it's become the most rewarding lesson for me as a creative person. Number 3, consulting services. You might not think yourself accomplished enough to become someone's consultant, just as I didn't envision myself as an instructor, but your skills and knowledge may in fact be quite valuable to your fellow handmade creatives as well as in general, depending on your experience. The service that you provide, your advice for a plan of action, will allow the client to confidently pursue their objective. Number 4, mentoring. I've often mentored people in my professional administrative career as well as my creative vocation. While mentoring and consulting are similar in that you're providing guidance, insight, recipes for success, and empowerment, the key difference is that a mentorship typically is not compensated financially. Number 5, freelancing. This topic includes a humongous menagerie of opportunities for side gigs, but at the base of it all is that you have the required expertise for providing that certain service or product for hire. Even though you may be in a handmade niche, odds are that you are experienced in creating your own product listings with professional-looking photos and language. That's a valuable and marketable freelance skill. The more freelance work you perform, the more creative authority you can claim towards teaching, consulting, and mentoring other entrepreneurs. Number 6, collaborating. Working together with people in similar niches are a great way to gain exposure for your brand through another audience, but differing niches are also beneficial opportunities to expand. I'm primarily a jewelry maker, and I've partnered with florists, baby photographers, and veterinary clinics so that I can advertise their services while having my handmade jewelry displayed in their locations. I've also collaborated with fellow YouTube creators in the craft niche, which some may consider competition, but I see as sharing a friendship for the love of crafts and gaining new friends all around. There are differing opinions of YouTubers as to whether a small channel should approach a large channel. My opinion: simply engage with the channel for a while to build a relationship before asking to collaborate, and if they're interested in doing so, they will. It's simple. If we stop letting our egos control us, we can have a lot more friendly interactions even outside of the YouTube verse. Number 7, monetizing content. No matter what type of content you create, you can monetize it in a variety of ways and on several different platforms. Number 8, affiliate linking. An excellent source of passive income is to install affiliate links within your written content as well as on platforms that allow coding for banners and hyperlinks to external sources such as Amazon. The links that you build in a blog post, website page, ebook, or description areas at YouTube and elsewhere will continue to work for you if the content link and item being linked remains viably active. Number 9, merchandising your brand. When you decide to begin merchandising your brand, this does not necessarily mean that you're putting your logo, website, or all social media links on a t-shirt. It could be a slogan, an inspirational word, or an image that people appreciate and they want to associate themselves with. What's your brand awareness? What target audience are you trying to reach? Are you focusing on trends, or does your audience prefer quality and useful essentials? Once you've decided why you want merch for your brand, then you need to create it and get it out in the world. Remember, even if your focus is one audience, you could easily win people outside your target reach after they spot or use one of your branded items and fall in love with the message or the value. And number 10, digitizing. You may think digitizing content or creations is a straightforward strategy, but it can be a scary concept for a lot of handmade entrepreneurs and YouTube creators. I'll use the analogy again here of my own experience in jewelry making. I was constantly being asked for custom themed pendants, earrings, and charms for my bracelets. As I got more comfortable with Photoshop, graphics permissions, and sizing requirements, I began creating my own images for my jewelry designs. After a few years, it dawned on me that all these images I'd been creating could be useful to my fellow jewelry makers and crafters. After working out my level of comfort in viewing them as my competition versus fellow creators, I decided to put my graphics on a sheet or a card and begin offering them digitally for printing. So all the labor I spent on the one image for my customer's necklace could now be of help to a fellow jewelry maker and continue to earn me revenue each time someone bought and downloaded the file. Digital content is a wonderful revenue stream. Many of my painting friends have digitized their artwork so that they can sell them as prints to people to frame, making greeting cards, or even for people like me to use as clip art for my own digital creations. The concept is that you spend an enormous amount of time and resources to create a piece one time, but it can be offered digitally in other capacities. Then that effort can repay you in spades, even while you're dreaming in bed of your next art piece. I was once asked by a student, I barely have time to create anything with my busy schedule, so why do all this work for just a side hustle? Pick your battles, honey. Or as I say, don't put all your beads in one basket. As mentioned before, don't pursue any extra gigs if your goal is simply to enjoy a hobby as play without pay. If you're ready for some extra income, however, select the options that make the most sense for you without requiring the huge outlay of precious time. Participate in gigs that naturally fit the layers within your own basket so that it only takes a short time added to your existing creative process, but the resulting additional income is a bonus of a one-time creation. You worked hard to create your art, so let that art continue to work for you. I hope this has been valuable information for you, my crafty creator friends. I know for myself, I would have really loved to have a mentor to help guide me through all of the many facets and layers of things that I could be doing in addition to what I was already trying to do when I transitioned from a hobby to a business with my jewelry making. I hope that this kind of gives you a little bit of a roadmap, and of course you can kind of dive more deeply into each of these suggestions that I'm giving you to get a better idea of how you want to pursue your particular side hustle ventures. And even if you don't, again, this is just some ideas. Maybe let it float around in the ether as an artist for a while and then, see how it works for you. I'd like to hear what you think about all of these suggestions that I'm giving you. There will be a companion blog post on this topic at our group's website, handmadecraftycreators.com. I also plan to do a 3-part follow-up series to further break down some of these side hustle suggestions with more detailed examples of each opportunity. Please let me know below in the comments what your opinions or questions are about this topic. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy and safe, and have a craftacular day, y'all.